terms of crisis, there really is no crisis for certain people, and there is a crisis for certain others. For instance, in this country, close to 300 million people do not have access to electricity. And among the people who have access to electricity, you have people like Mukesh Ambani with his Antilia, the tall, ugly building in Bombay, where he pays 75 lakhs as electricity bill for a month. So using so much electricity. So on the one hand, you have people who use so much, and on the other hand, you have people who have nothing.
When we buy these essential commodities, all of us pay the same price. So never, it is not sold less for somebody, it is not sold high for others. So I would think it is this choice that one has to make, the amount of water, how much we use, especially when we can afford to buy water.
Chennai, if you take Chennai, and for that matter, most of India, our primary resource is groundwater. And now with cities like Chennai or any other metropolitan city, because of the demand for water and the fact that these are big cities and can get what they demand, we have an entire private water tanker lobby and water sector that is sucking the aquifers dry around the city. So you have the peri-urban areas which are sacrificed, and their groundwater is sacrificed. So I can come and drill a borewell in one farm and suck the entire village's groundwater dry, which means that those farmers will have to go without drinking water and water for irrigation. That's the second thing.
அந்த தண்ணி பத்தல டாங்கில வந்தாதான் எங்களுக்கு தண்ணி லாரியில தண்ணி வந்தாதான் மழை பார்த்தா முடியாது இதை பார்த்தா முடியாது தண்ணி பத்தாது
தண்ணி நிறைய டைம் விட மாட்டாங்க சார் கொஞ்ச நேரம் தான்
விடுறாங்க தண்ணி வரமாட்டேங்குது ராத்திரி 8-9 மணிக்கு வந்தா காலைல 6 மணிக்கு நின்று போகுது அப்புறம் குடிச்சுங்க பிடிக்கிறாங்க இல்லை.
The other thing about electricity is that it is often obtained at an extremely high cost, which means that where electricity is generated, like with a nuclear power plant or with a coal-fired power plant, there is widespread destruction. If you go to Ennur in North Chennai, you will find that entire landscapes have been laid to waste as a result of electricity generation. And there are poor people who depend on fishing or farming for a livelihood who are the ones who suffer so that you and I can get electricity. This hidden cost of electricity also needs to be brought into the calculus. With water also the situation is not very different, both in terms of distribution of water and in terms of where the water comes from. So in terms of distribution of water, you can see that despite the fact that Chennai is today currently in the midst of one of the worst droughts and water scarcities.
We are getting water after 12 days. Okay. And then even private water also we are getting very difficult because public is not allowed to take water from the metro. So it's very difficult. And then even they have to be save the water for bathing and restroom, usage of restroom. Everything they have to be considered. It's very useful for saving the water.
We find large businesses going about their lives without any change. So you have all the 5-star hotels with all their swimming pools getting water filled up, regularly, as if there is no crisis.
That's a very debatable question, because one side we have people without water, people do not have water even to drink, and here we have a swimming pool. Swimming pool is really used, summer, everybody, many residents use the swimming pool, children and adults alike.